son of Kevin.
Yep, son of Kevin Pollock.
Mm-hmm.
You got there a second before me.
So Jeff Pollock
Always
has
thinking about Kevin
spent
Pollock.
more than a decade working in museums, so he is used to weird and creepy old stuff, such as jewelry made from human hair.
I'm into
Okay,
it. I
see-
love it. I touch the paintings at night. I
He's definitely someone who touches the paintings at night.
opened up the mummy and I smelled it. It was fine. And
When
I
you
got
said-
$10 for a dare.
When you said that he's worked for 10 years in museums, I did picture he gets fired like from a different museum every 5 to 6 weeks.
Because he keeps smelling the stuff.
Yeah, well, he's bringing like hair dolls in to
Look.
leave them around.
Look, I got hired at the Museum of Delicious Pies You Shouldn't Touch. And it was just me in there all alone all night. I forgot my lunch.
See, I know this because I have been fired from the Denver Art Museum twice.
What? I mean, I'm sorry for your loss.
No, it's fine. I was doing weird hair doll shit. They never should have rehired me.
They knew what you were gonna do.
Has anybody seen the Mona Lisa that was on loan? It's gone and there's a weird hair doll there. I don't know if I'm supposed to think that's the Mona Lisa, but it's not working.
I get the art, I think, but I just want to know for sure.
I'm going to close my eyes. And whoever has the Mona Lisa, I'm not going to tell. You're not going to be in trouble. Just come and swap it out with the hair doll, please. And if this is your hair, you're sick.
So, Jeff Pollock doesn't believe in ghosts, but didn't believe in ghosts. But a couple years ago, something happened to him in the early morning hours at the Ford Piquete Avenue Ranch. By ranch, I meant plant, where he is the event manager that he can't explain. He was alone on the third floor.
He's the event manager that he can't explain. He's having an existential crisis related to his work.
There are some dashes in the writing that don't really translate to the spoken word. So, the unexplainable event manager was on the third floor turning off all the lights after a wedding reception.
All right, it sounds like this guy is the ghost.
Yeah, truly. The deeper we get.
The rest of his team was downstairs. Suddenly, he heard the sound of a loud slam. One of the steel fire doors, huge, held open by a rope, had somehow come loose and then crashed shut, all by itself.
Mm-hmm.
He says, honestly, I thought it was one of my guys slamming the door. We didn't have a security system then. Let me say that again. We didn't have a security system then where I could look back at the video camera. So I asked if any of my guys were playing a trick on me. They swore no.
Does it?
Could you just imagine him lining up his crew going, swear to me?
Does it say,
line up for decimation?
does it say anywhere in there if these boys were a bunch of rascals?
I mean, which boys aren't? Boys will be
true.
rascals.
That is
and a
true.
few other things I'm not going to mention.
There are 3 of them to every 1 trench coat.
Sure. Okay.
He checked the knot on the rope he used to hold the door open. It was intact.
Okay, see, now that's interesting. If the knot didn't come undone, like now we've got a thing.
Yes. So
At the very least, we've got like a rogue magician doing rope tricks.
The door weighed about 500 pounds. So it broke a 500-pound door with a little force could break a rope, that's a lot of force, but it shut on its own. And I assume has used this rope hundreds of times. So it was a trustworthy rope. Sure. I'm not doubting the rope.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you don't want to, you're not using delicate ropes to hang your heavy iron gates.
Could you just imagine him with like some package twine, just twining it up?
For some reason, I'm seeing a little bow, and every night he like wraps the bow up on the gate, and he's like, "There we go, Mr. Bow. Good night.
Don't come undone, Mr. Bow.
Good night, museum. Good night, Tutankhamun. Good night, painting of a girl on a bridge that watches me when I move."
It was this incident that made him a believer in the paranormal. and is just some of the bizarre tales that museum staff and guests have recounted over the last 20 years since the old factory converted to a museum and event theater.
Okay. Okay, that's good though. I mean, that's honestly that'll pack people into it. I would choose a haunted museum over a non-haunted museum every day. Every day.
Yep. If I have a choice, right now I have a membership to both the art museum and the Denver Science Museum, and I definitely am going to go to whichever one I hear most ghost stories about.
Yeah,
bar none.
for sure. And I have a pass to the Denver Museum of Nature and Science, and also to the Denver Museum of Paranature and Terror Science, which is just the same museum after dark.
So I
have a bunch of museum passes, but when I say museum, I'm referring to people's homes.
Sure.
And if they don't lock their doors, I have a pass.
It's a hammer.
Easy, Nate.
He will commit a robbery.
It's not 2021 yet. Let the world have some civility for at least 2 more months.
Look, he's getting started early.
So they're now doing ghost hunting because of all this occurrences, all these events.
Got to get in there. Got to get those ghosts while they're hot and active. Get that ghost meat. Winter's coming.
Detroit History Tours is the company, and Bailey Sisoy Moore and her staff came up with the idea.
Okay.
We started talking in June. What would be something interesting, fun, and exciting in a large enough space where we could have social distancing. We knew that this is the year to talk about factories and ghosts. Why is this the year?
Because of the opening of that big ghost factory in Singapore.
And what lingers after the machines turn off. This might turn into a very depressing story of the ghost of economic success.
Yeah.
So let's go down. There's some facts. It's $70 per person, which, I mean, for a ghost night, if
That's
drinks are
bad.
included, I'm fine with that.
That's not bad.
Tickets are sold out. The second one is sold out. The first one, there's still some available. Probably by the time you hear this, it's going to be sold out. But check it out for sure. To The Ghost, a ghostly Magneto girl.
Oh, Magneto girl.
The most consistent story, Moore said she heard, came from the female plant museum staff members. Many of the women report feeling like they were not alone, like someone was watching them, even though they were the only ones in the plant. Oof. Can you imagine taking turns being the only one in this 2,000-acre plant?
Yeah. I've been in the art museum. I wasn't kidding around when I said I've been fired twice. I've been there after dark a lot, after they're closed, and it is terrifying. Every single floor feels like some weird shit is about to pop out at you.
Is it like the echo-ness, like the low frequency hum?
Well, yeah, there's a lot of echo. There's the sound of weird machines that you can kind of hear.
There's artifacts.
It's like labyrinthine.
Scary, man. I mean, if we all get passes, maybe we can have a night at the museum and hopefully not die like we always do in Phasmophobia.
Yeah, you think they'd let you back in?
No, I think we hide in one of the old exhibits. Like if we did the science, I think if we did the science museum, we hide in the Native American section. No one's ever there.
I don't know if we can pass off that sort of tone.
I mean that no one's checking it out, so we'll be okay.
Yeah, sadly.
It's a very sad corner of the museum when Kylie and I went last.
Maybe we could just bury ourselves and get found by archaeologists and put into the museum.
There we go.
After dark, we smash our way out, fucking night at the museum style.
We got a couple plans. I like it.
You want to mummify?
Yeah, well, why not? We would have to cross the mummy, which I assume also comes to life at night in the museum. But if they're messing stuff up, you don't hear about it.
So
we can bring the ghost of Robin Williams back.
The staff told Moore that they all felt like someone was there and I turn around to expect seeing someone and no one was there. Only the female staff was feeling this. And then now to the history.
Ghosts be creeping, man.
In 1905, Henry Ford and one of his engineers, an Edward Spider Huff, that's his nickname, Spider.
Why do they call you Spider? Because I'm full of spiders.
I was picturing huffing spiders.
So
I have a problem with huffing spiders.
Edward Spider Huff started hiring women to help make the magneto flywheels used to help power the cars.
What? Okay.
It's very delicate work to make them, and Henry and Spider felt women could do it. They had smaller hands.
A lady's tiny fingers can manipulate the objects. You know, women have 4 knuckles instead of the average man, which has 3.
So, that's solid too, by the way. So,
Thanks,
they
bud.
were all together in the room. They had a lot of pride.
I know what I'm here for.
And they were doing and felt a sisterhood because they were separated away from the men.
Who were spying on them like a bad scene out of Porky.
Constantly.
Sure.
So the theory right now is that it's a former Magneto girl who is saying to the other women, I'm here with you.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you turn around, you know, they vanish.
Ah, interesting.
Henry Ford has a haunted office in the building.
Cool. I mean, why not, honestly?
Well, you know how the Winchester people are haunted by the ghosts of all the people that Winchester rifles killed?
Sure.
Henry Ford has almost every car crash.
Oh, no. Oh, God. That's so many...
Spider?
Yeah.
Spider is a ghost.
Mm-hmm.
Henry Ford had another secret room.
Go on.
This is just some of the stuff because we got to wrap it up soon.
This sounds like it's going to go in like
for?
a Brian Williams secret door locking button situation.
Yeah. He had another secret room where he would hang and drain his victims.
And it's been said that all the ghosts in the factory love whiskey.
Yeah, okay. Well, maybe that's why you guys were fucking ghosts, because you'd show up to the factory smashed and then fall into the car presser.
So, a professional ghost hunter by the name of Adkins used a spirit box and one time asked, "What is your favorite drink?" and got the clear response of whiskey.
I think that was probably just a guy from the other room.
Sure.
Listen, it's hard to suss out a homeless gentleman sleeping in a factory corner because it's nice and warm.
Sure.
Or a ghost EVP.
I would contend that that man is not homeless. He just found a home at that factory.
Nor
Fair
is he a gentleman.
Factories are homes.
He's a harshman.
A harshman. I do like the term homeless gentleman makes me laugh, because he's like, good day to you, madam. I was a butler until last week. Can you spare any foie gras?
And that does it for this week of Weird. From the Detroit Free Press, we have an old haunted factory turned museum, turning its museum tours into ghost haunting tours.
It's a weird week, baby. Keep your nose clean, Detroit. Good luck out there.
Yes.
Don't go to the factory unless you're ready for some ghosts and haints.
And if you do go to the factory, bring a jar of whiskey.
Bring a jar of whiskey. Leave it open on the ground, and when the ghost goes into it, trap it.
Trap it. Have you seen Ghost Adventures? No, what was that one that they trapped the ghost? It doesn't matter. You can trap a ghost, get a jar of whiskey, seal it, mason only. It has to be airtight.
Seal it. Ball makes a great ghost jar.
Yes. We try not to promote too many non-Monstroco items, but Ball ghost jars are
All
phenomenal.
ghost jars are great. Honestly,
I go
I
with
mean,
Atlas brand ghost jars.
Atlas brand ghost jars.
That's a ghost.
Honestly, the Monstroco ghost jars aren't worth for fuck. I'm gonna say that Monstroco needs to step up their game.
Yes.
This is not the official podcast. Their ghost jars are awful because they say that it's made of ghosts, but that's not what you want. Ghosts can pass right through that. It's insane. Anyway,
it's insane. Anyway, thank you for listening to This Week of Weird. I've been Roger.
I am son of Smudge Squatch.
And I was Jordan, the late Jordan Doll.
Yes, and make sure you subscribe to the podcast, rate it on iTunes, on wherever you can, share it with your friends, check out our Patreon, support us with $1, join the Dark Council. It's weird over here.
It's great.
And go on.
Okay, Twitch, come and join us in the cyber realm where we battle cyber ghosts.
We battle cyber ghosts, and we're going to battle cyber Bigfoot. It's going to get weird.
It's Big Fember.
Big Vember, everyone. And now time for our ultra super secret sign off from Dylan Gutierrez. We have
Suspect the
void!
Space persons, whomever.
Whomever.
That was really good.
Yeah, we did really good that time.
Come out